Hi Sexies, it's Monty from Talk Show Bot, and you're watching No Good Fucking Television. And you know, when I was a kid, right before the death of cable, I used to consume a lot of No Good Fucking Television. And one of the things that I remember coming on Nickelodeon very, very sporadically was the Monster High webisode, cartoon thingies, some form of Monster High content. I remember it was really hard to catch, but I had seen most of the movies, and I watched this specific video, which is the greatest AMV of all time, on loop all the time on my brother's little iPhone 4. So I've got a history with the series, so to say. And I, like many fans who are nostalgic for the original property, originally didn't really vibe that well with Generation 3. That's not what this video is about. Swear to God, honest to God, I'm not just gonna keep ramping on G3. I kind of fuck with some of G3 now. But bringing up G3 to say, it was a very, very mundane day in the Monty Talk Show Bot household when I found out that it got canceled. But it did spark a little idea in me. Now that it's kind of relevant again, albeit for the wrong reasons, I should probably make Monster High redesigns, because that's content. So I fired up Ibis Paint, and I got to sketching, and I got to working, and I produced these 3 sketches. Absolute shit from a bud. I apologize, these are so bad, but fear not, dear viewer, because I will be redeeming myself this time, today. That's the Halloween video. Boo! Did I scare you? Did I get you? Alright, first up we've got Franklin Frankeloid Stein. Oh my god, my precious NB baby girl. I love them. They can do no wrong. Frankie, you mean so much to me. Sadly though, you're first up in the speed paint, which means that you have the curse of exposition. Anyways, so what I was going for when redesigning the Monster High characters was, first of all, I was redesigning G1. That was my main goal. I really don't care about the other generations. My main goal was G1, that's what I was focusing on. And in G1, they had a very distinct, more alternative style to them, which I feel was really what set them apart from most other fashion dolls on the market. Like, anybody can be a fucking monster fashion doll. And I think that's what I really liked most about Monster High, because I've always been a bit of an alt girly, okay? So I based all of their designs around different alt subcultures. With Frankie, I feel like in their main design with all the plaid that they've got going on, they probably were going for more of a traditional London punk type look. That's not what I did. I made them fucking emo. And to be honest, I always wanted them to be emo. I feel like their look really gives way to a certain emo aesthetic, especially with the black and white going on. Usually with emo clothing, it's black, white, and red, but now you've got it mixed up with black, white, and this dark teal color. I think that looks really nice when it comes to the outfit. And then with the hair, you can see in my original sketch, even though I intended for them to be emo, I didn't really give them an emo haircut. I just kind of went with something choppy, because I feel like Frankie and choppy hair just goes together. 15 days old doing their own hair. Obviously, they have no fucking clue what they're doing. But I was sitting there and I was sketching and I was like, lightning bolt bangs would be cute. Plus, I wouldn't have to draw all the white and black stripes or whatever. That'd be really cute to just have a white little lightning bolt. And then it was a lightning bolt hit me and I was like, holy shit, these kind of look like emo side bangs. It was perfect. And I know all of the girls have that little fishnet mesh whatever detailing on their outfits, but for some reason I've always mainly associated that with Frankie, which is also what inspired me to give into the whole emo idea. I don't know, it just made sense to me. Anyways, I gave them their green skin back. Honestly, when it comes to all of the ghouls, I just kept their original color palettes. I maybe tweaked them here or there, maybe a little bit, but I really like their color palettes and I think they do good for what they set out to do. These are phenomenal designs and I want to keep them recognizable to their original designs, so I didn't want to mess with the colors too much, if you understand. And then now to get a little bit woke, everybody sound the woke alarm. So as you can see in their outfit, I gave them ripped jeans and also a skirt. I really, really love that Frankie is non-binary. I feel like it makes so much sense to them as a character. That makes so much sense. And when I was originally doing the first redesign, I was like, okay, fine, I'll just give them a mask outfit because, like, whatever, when you see androgyny, you usually default to mask. Whatever, who cares? But Frankie's not really mask presenting. They're more femme, but I still wanted to kind of lean into the whole androgyny thing. So I gave them a skirt and pants because, like, who can stop me? And besides, the whole mismatch design kind of goes with the Frankenstein theming. So, like, I'm a little bit of a genius there, yes. I gave them little bolts in their belt just to kind of allude to the bolts in the neck Frankenstein thing, whatever. And I also gave them safety pins as little hair clips. I think it's a fun little detail all of the main ghouls have that I gave them. So for Frankie, it's safety pins to kind of go with the whole Frankenstein stitch together thing. I also gave them some on their shirt because haha, punk influence, whatever. I'm so genius, I'm so haha funny. Do you get it? I get it. That's what matters. I get it. I drew it. You get it. You get it? You get it.
I still can't get over the fact that Zeus is gay.
Alright, next up we've got Claudine, and my reputation precedes me, okay? I am nothing if not a man of habit, and it stands that any tall, really pretty, cunty, mean lesbian intimidates the fuck out of me. And that was no different here. I was really scared to redesign Claudine because I feel like she is one of the best designs of Monster High. It's so simple, yet it gets like her entire personality across. It's amazing. It's mwah, it's chef kiss. I can't praise it enough. Which is why I kind of didn't change anything. Oopsies! Yeah, this is like almost literal walking perfection. What do you want me to do with this? What do you expect me to do? I am just a humble man. But alas, I did make some slight changes and I did have some ideas. So it's not like you're just gonna hear me gush about her design this entire time. So, first of all, when I said I was doing like all the alt subcultures, Claudine, I decided to do scene, and partially because I thought that it fit, and also partially because I wanted to redeem myself for my Pinkie Pie design. I know that that was like a scene core outfit and not necessarily scene, but you know, blah blah blah, semantics. I don't really fucking care anymore. I needed to redeem myself is my point. And speaking of Equestria girls, my main thought when I initially designed her, like way back when, is to give her that like fuck ass Equestria girls ponytail that kind of shows, like, goes into a tail. I thought that was so fucking genius. I am so fucking genius, okay? But yeah, so I gave her that, and then I changed up her fishnets, and for the longest time, I was debating on whether I wanted to do knee-high Converse or do the fuzzy leg warmers, because with the knee-high Converse, instead of doing like the little Converse star on the side, I was gonna do like a crescent moon, and I thought that that was so perfect, but also like fur werewolf makes sense. She's got enough moons in her design, okay? I feel like that wasn't necessary, but just know that she has on knee-high Converse under her leg warmers, you can see in the sketch, and those bitches have crescent moons on them, okay? I was also gonna give her originally purple highlights in her hair, just to like kind of wink, nod, nudge to her G3 design, even though I don't like how they did the purple there, but I do think that brown and purple can be a really pretty combination when it comes to hair colors. I know I've had it before, but I didn't want to, as simple as that. And I gave another nod to her G3 design with her skirt. I was originally gonna give her like short shorts, like cutoffs or whatever, but I don't know, skirts are cute. They're cuter and they're easier to make on dolls. Not that these would be dolls, but you know, keep it somewhat realistic. So I took the color and design from her G3 shorts overall situation, whatever, and I just made that into like a cute little denim skirt. I think that's so darling and precious. And then I gave her like, not a BB belt, but like one of those like emo ass belts, you know, but I put like the moon phases on them. And then I put the fucking, like, I gave her a little chain as well. Like those candy star chains, but it's moons. And also not candy, which I should have made them candy. Whatever. I made her stockings more fishnetty, if that is a word. And then I colored them. And her hood is furry. And it's kind of like one of those silly furry emo hats. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna put a picture on the screen so you can know what I'm talking about, because I feel like I'm going crazy. I tweaked her colors a bit, and I gave her like a bit more jewelry, like a necklace that says her name. And other than that, everything was basically pretty much the same. Like even her little hair accessories slash earrings, because it's on her ear technically, I kept those gold, but I made them in the shape of a bone because haha, silly dog. Oh, and I also gave her like yellow scleras, I think is the word, just because her original design didn't really look very monstrous. It just kind of looked like hot girl with ears on, which, like, I'm all for furry representation, but she is quite literally a werewolf, so made that more apparent, and then also gave her like a cute little dog nose. And here's our party rockin', Kesha bumpin', scene girl Claudine. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have the fan favorite Draculaura. Now, when it comes to her, she's another design that I was very anxious about doing, not because I felt like it would be too similar, but because when they the actual company redesigned her, people were not happy, bro. And I feel like most of that hate stems from the fact that she was quote-unquote plus size, which I wouldn't even really call this design plus size, but I kept her plus sized, so kinda nervy about that one. But yeah, when it comes to her body type, it's just more of an exaggerated version of G3. Anyways, Draculaura, I wanted her to be a mix between mall and romantic goth. I could have gone with a trad goth or a full mall or romantic, but I wanted to do a little mix of both because I feel like both really fit her. Well, mall goth fits the overall G1 aesthetic, and then romantic goth just fits Draculaura because, I mean, her birthday is literally on Valentine's Day. She has a little heart on her cheek. Come on now. Romance, come on! So with Draculaura, I kind of kept her concept pretty similar to her original G1 and G2 counterparts. It's really simple. It's kind of like she had like a kind of gothic Lolita look going on in her first design, and then in Gen 3, it was kind of like a whimsigoth design. So she's always been goth in my mind. I kept her pigtails. I gave her little bat wing clips just to, you know, go with the whole everybody else has hair clips thingies. And you can even see when I made the first two concepts for my redesigns, I didn't really know what to do with her hair because I liked the original so much. So for the first round, I just basically kept it the same. And then for the second round, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I give her some really pretty mesh bell sleeves. I just thought that fit her. It was just pretty. And then when it came to her hair, I wanted the colors to not be G1 or G2 just rip-offs. Like, I wanted to do something slightly different if I could. So what I went with was kind of a Stalking Anarchy vibe. If you know, it's like pink on the bottom, and then you can see kind of through the slits of the bangs. I also tried to make her silhouette for her head kind of heart-shaped. I don't know how well that comes across in her design. I hope it comes across well. Looking at her now, she kind of resembles my OC Papaya, which when I was originally sketching her, I literally changed her eyes because I thought that she looked like too much like Papaya. But it's fine. They're friends, okay? They're friends in my mind. Sure. Monster High and Death Academia can share a universe. Whatever. I wanted to make sure that I kept her design very girly and feminine because that's the kind of vibes that I get from her original design. And like I said, these were all based off of Gen 1. So I gave her like a cute little kind of petticoat look to her skirt. Or at least that's what I was going for. I'm not sure how well that translated. I gave her lace on her skirt as well. And then I tried to make like some scalloping type thing on her top. I think that it turned out pretty well, but then again, I could just be glazing myself, so. And of course, when it came to her shoes, I had to keep her iconic heart boots. I think those are so cute, so darling, and so integral to her design that I could only slightly change them. I couldn't just give her different shoes entirely. That would have felt like a cardinal sin. When it comes to her colors, I also tweaked them to be a little bit more saturated. She's a smidge more pale in the official art, at least the one that I was color picking from, and her eyes are a little bit more desaturated, and I made her pink kind of more of a hot pink just to go with the mall goth than kind of like her pinky magenta that it originally was. It's literally only slight differences that only I will probably notice. But yeah, that's Dracula, our final girl, all done. And this concludes our Halloween special. I hope you guys found it entertaining enough. I really hope you guys like these designs, as I'm very proud of them, even more proud of them than any other redesigns that I've made. But yeah, do you have something that you particularly like or particularly don't like? Let me know down in the comments. Also, like, share, subscribe, and all that other YouTube promotion shit.
You can email it straight to your girl.
See you in cat heaven.